if you are new here, my name is Kinny. I am a professional psychic medium, tarot reader, and singer-songwriter, professional witch and practitioner. For one, thank y'all so much for listening to One For You Freestyle, okay? That is out on all streaming services. That's by me, okay? And we are finna get into this, but before we get into it, I would like to ask y'all to hit that thumbs up, that subscribe button, the notification bell, so you don't miss out whenever I post readings like this one, okay? And if anyone's ever interested in booking a personal reading with me, okay? My socials are down there. My booking link is down there. I'm re-updating it soon, okay? But we're gonna go ahead and get into it, okay? So, Gemini, okay? We have the Aquarius eclipse, the solar eclipse in Aquarius that starts eclipse season on February 17, 2026, okay? So we're definitely feeling it by now, okay, for sure. And the second eclipse is the one in Virgo, the lunar eclipse in Virgo, okay, on March 3rd, 2026, okay? So it's that 2-week period. However, eclipses are so powerful and karmic that we feel and experience them, you know, weeks to months in advance, depending on who you are, okay? So with y'all being an air sign and a mutable sign and mercurial, y'all are 100% being deeply impacted and affected by the Aquarius and the Virgo eclipses, okay? Aquarius as an air sign and Virgo being y'all ruled on the same planet, you know what I'm saying? So definitely February and March, okay? And really January through April could definitely be very, very significant. So we're going to go ahead and see what's going on. Can I get one card for Gemini for that Aquarius eclipse? And there's literally a moon on it. I'm going to show y'all. It says moon cat, okay? And then let's see what's going on. We're using the archetype deck, which I got during Gemini season. It's my Gemini deck, okay? The Archeo by Nick Bantock, okay? For one, that Aquarius eclipse, y'all, could definitely have archetypes popping up, okay? People, which makes sense. But people are very significant for Gemini in general, but especially during that Aquarius eclipse, okay? All that air energy in the sky, okay? What's going on for that Virgo eclipse? Okay. Okay. Lion. So animals are super, super significant for Geminis during this eclipse season regardless. Your pets, okay, or animals. You could be seeing a lot of animals, okay? Yeah, and overall for the eclipse season. Okay, so overall, y'all got Alchemist in reverse. Interesting. Okay, y'all got Alchemist in reverse. Okay, so for one, eclipse season may very well be a time, if you are a Gemini who does magic, okay, or root work, okay, brujeria, whatever the case may be, you know, obia, if you do some sort of like magical practice, okay, Gemini, there is a need for y'all to take a break. Okay, y'all may take a break from casting for yourselves or casting in general, okay, during this eclipse season, okay? So the entire eclipse season has the energy of that Alchemist in reverse. Some of y'all could also feel or experience that there's somebody sending magic or energy towards you, okay? Some of y'all could have a falling out with somebody who practices, okay? But this also feels like something not transmuting in the way that you wanted it to, but it doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, okay? So right now we're looking at this Alchemist card, okay? So also the letter T could definitely be very, very significant, okay? I don't even know what this says. Calligraphy could be significant, okay? Some of y'all, it kind of feels like someone's magic could have backfired, okay? This person could be at a distance from you, whatever the case may be. Someone, this also reminds me of a Caduceus, okay? Archangel Raphael could definitely be significant for y'all during eclipse season, all right? Or someone in the medical field could also be very, very significant, okay? Yeah, confirmation on that, all right? Y'all could definitely be... recognizing that somebody could have tried to been like manifesting you, okay, whatever the case may be. But in terms of what y'all can expect, okay, or the general theme, this also gives me the Magician in reverse. You could also be falling out with somebody who's like a mentor, a teacher, a professor, a higher up, a manager, a boss, a CEO, okay? I already said a teacher, you know, somebody in that realm, okay? Gemini, Virgo, and Aquarius energy are very, very significant here, okay? Obviously emphasis on all of those signs, but I definitely feel like I'm also hearing Daydream. What song is that? I just feel as though there could be like an older person around you, a mentor, okay, or something of that nature. It's somebody that you're recognizing gots to go. Like somebody could have been like jocking your style or just like cramping your style. Okay, this person could definitely be older than you, all right, or like more mature, like they're supposed to, they're further accomplished in their career field or whatever the case may be. There's something like that, but this is like weird shit, especially if somebody has like some sort of like feelings for you or somebody could be like attracted to you, okay, especially if the medical field is involved here, okay. Snakes could be significant as well. It says for the overarching energy, okay, the overarching energy in regards to this eclipse season for y'all, okay, it says in his workshop, he hangs his curious cabinet, okay, suspending it on copper wires held taut, okay. Copper jewelry could be significant. I can be getting into like wire wrapping or getting deeper into like your jewelry collection or like whatever the case may be. In his workshop, he hangs his curious cabinet, suspending it on copper wires held taut. Locking the door, he turns down the gas lamp and reaches through shadowy folds to the cabinet's spiral core. Summoning colors to his fingertips, he spreads burnt orange and purple across the bone black sky before etching an ellipse that orchestrates mythology. Searching for the flinty sparks and mote worlds that flow within the 11 creases of space, parsec by parsec, he seeds stars into the night. Withdrawing his hand from the vortex, he touches a knuckle to his tongue and tastes the residue of brimstone and petals. Number one, the chilling adventures of Sabrina could be significant. Sabrina the Teenage Witch could be significant as well. Y'all could be experiencing like the dark side or like the darker side of like magic, okay, or like something of that nature. You can really see how serious she gets, okay. Not even, that's not even like to scare you, that's just me saying what I see, okay. A lot of y'all may also be cleaning your house, okay, or needing to cleanse your house like spiritually, magically, okay. The song Hold On by The Internet is very, very significant for Geminis, okay. I'm also feeling, like I said, y'all could be cleaning your house, especially like your front door, your porch, okay, wiping your door down. I think that a lot of y'all could also be experiencing, Summer Walker could be significant. Summer Walker still finally over it, okay, that could be significant. Her tour could be significant, okay. Some of y'all could definitely like, this could also be someone older than you that you're talking to or dating, or there's some sort of like maturity gap, okay, or issue in that, all right, that could definitely come to terms, okay, come to pass, okay, around this this eclipse season, okay. Some of y'all could be doing a workshop. Y'all could be finding like something is hard for y'all to make happen. You could be feeling like it's hard for you to make something happen, okay. It could be a workshop, it could be an event that you're trying to put on, okay, a conference, okay, like a gala. There's something that you're trying to do and it's like hard, okay. This is really happening to do with like divine timing, all right. In his workshop, he hangs his curious cabinet, okay. You could also, like I said, be getting deeper into like, okay, they tell you may want to take a break from your practice possibly, but also this could be you acquiring more things, acquiring more knowledge, acquiring more items, okay. Locking the door, I would really also advise protection, wearing protection, okay. Copper, wearing copper can help to channel energies, okay. Gemini, wearing copper can help to channel like your energy, okay, and like, not to increase it, but like enhance it, you know what I'm saying, amplify it, okay. Locking the door, he turns down the gas lamp. This is also, there's also a need for Gemini placements to really keep a lot of like, there's some stuff that you're going to be needing to keep to yourself, especially having to do with like your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs, or your own personal practices, okay. There's something about you keeping that shit to yourself. Make sure that you're keeping your house tidied and protected, okay. That could literally mean magical protection or literally as simple as like locking your door at night, you know what I'm saying, making sure that you don't just got shit out, you know what I'm saying. He turns down the gas lamp and reaches through shadowy fold to the cabinet's spiral core. Yeah, I think that y'all are getting to the nitty gritty of something during eclipse season, okay. Y'all are definitely working through some sort of shadowy energy, okay, in order for you to get to what you're trying to figure out, okay. Y'all are definitely very powerful, okay. For etching an ellipse that orchestrates mythology. Y'all could be getting deeper into storytelling, which makes sense for that Virgo energy and for y'all being Geminis in general, okay. I definitely be getting deeper into astrology for sure. Percy Jackson and any of the Percy Jackson like series, whether it's the books, the movie, the shows, okay. Yeah, I strongly feel like y'all are feeling very, very connected to what's going on in the stars, okay. And I definitely feel as though for some of y'all it could be easy for you to get lost during this eclipse season energetically, okay. But please make sure that you are not like flying off the handle and just like doing shit that you can't take back, okay. Especially when it comes down to magic. Magic is not always the answer for things, okay. And this is also the idea of sometimes the stuff that you put into motion, sometimes the magic or the affirmation or the manifestation that you're putting into motion sometimes doesn't happen because it's not supposed to. Okay, rather than it being something on you or your part, you know what I'm saying? So if we get into that Aquarius eclipse, okay, the Aquarius eclipse on February 17th and how that one is affecting you, we literally have the moon cat. Okay, we literally have the moon cat. Number one, y'all could definitely have Leo placements, okay? Y'all can have Leo placements, Aquarius placements, Virgo placements as well, okay? Y'all are deeply affected by the astrology right now because on the Virgo eclipse, when you have the lion and we have that full moon in Leo happening on February 1st, I also feel like that full moon in Leo is going to be affecting y'all, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But when it comes down to this moon cat, okay, the moon is currently in Gemini, finished shift into Cancer, okay, today. And with this right here, this full moon, we have the full moon in Leo, okay? So regardless for Gemini, the full moon in Leo on February 1st is 2 weeks before the eclipse season starts. So you could really be starting to feel like you're in a vortex of shit, okay, when it comes down to that full moon in Leo that we're having before we have the solar eclipse in Aquarius, okay, 2 weeks after that. So you have moon cat, all right? So this definitely gives me like intuition, okay? You could definitely be having interesting experiences with animals. You could be having paranormal experiences, okay, to be quite honest. And I definitely, some of y'all could be like acquiring a pet, getting a pet, okay? Some of y'all could be recognizing that like a pet has more intelligence than you thought that they did, okay? And with this full moon in Leo coming, a lot of y'all could also, maybe like your kids' pets could be significant, okay? Moon cat. This has a lot to do with your intuition, okay? This has a lot to do with your intuition, especially your intuition surrounding some of the children that you know. That could be very, very significant. Pay a lot of attention to the kids around you, okay? Your niece, nephew, your child, okay? Little brother, little sister, with a godson, goddaughter, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. Yeah, nepotism could definitely be significant. The name Ned could be significant. That gives me what? Ned Flanders? What TV show is that from? The Simpsons? Yeah. I also feel as though with this moon looking like this, like the moon is like looking like the moon is like looking like he is like watching the cat, like judging the cat, or like you know what I'm saying? I definitely feel as though there are some people, y'all may find out that there's some people from your past that you knew when you were younger, okay, that are kind of still looking out for you, even though they've like judged some of the things that you've done. That is not a reason to bring somebody back into your life type shit. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just letting you know that there might be some of those. I'm hearing hidden angels, okay? That's what I'm hearing. It also gives me Angel from the Cheetah Girls too. Okay. So when it comes down to moon cat, okay, traveling could be very, very significant. Barcelona, Spain could be significant. Okay. So with moon cat, which I can expect underneath that Aquarius eclipse, the moon cat's driven by curiosity and intuition. Okay, so y'all are going to be driven like curiosity kills the cat. Okay, so also like with that curiosity kills the cat, please be careful about dabbling into new shit magically, okay, and spiritually that you're not super sure about or that you don't fully know, okay, during this entire eclipse season, but especially when it comes to that Aquarius eclipse. Okay, and also I just recognize you have 2 cats, like, okay, so literally look up the spiritual meaning of cats. Okay, big cats and house cats. Okay, but cats are very, very significant. Y'all are feeling very deeply affected by that full moon in Leo, okay? As like a precursor to everything that's about to happen, okay? But like cats, this could be y'all feeling very like feline, very intuitive, very like discreet even. Oh my gosh, where the fuck is this gnat coming from? I have this window open, so that makes sense. But that could be significant. Keep things discreet, okay? You do not have to tell everybody your business, okay? Aquarius and Virgo are both very relatively distant or detached type of signs, okay? So during the Aquarius eclipse, you're going to be driven by curiosity and your intuition, okay? So it's giving kind of less magic, more listening, okay? If you align yourself to her, you will learn to grow your innate perception underneath this Aquarius eclipse. Invite her into your company, and if the mood takes her, she will show you alternate byways, okay? So yeah, y'all could be figuring out a new way to do shit. There could be somebody who's kind of like frowning down upon the way you've chosen to do something because there's probably a better way to go about it, but you have this natural born intuition with this cat, with the human face on this cat. I feel like you're trying to logicalize something rather than just like taking the leap and going for it, okay? Like there might be a leap that you make around the Aquarius eclipse and you're going to land it, okay? Follow her padded footsteps and mimic her dancing amber eyes. Okay, the stone amber could be significant. Amber calcite could also be significant. Okay, her dancing amber eyes to understand what it is to be free. Her ways are enigmatic and unpredictable, yet far from irrational. So yeah, it feels very Aquarian to me. Okay, so that Aquarius eclipse, like y'all are an enigma to people. Okay, people cannot figure you out underneath that Aquarius eclipse, especially because you probably like detach or like distance yourself a little bit. Okay, y'all could definitely be like falling out with a friend or distancing yourself with a friend, especially if this person is a queer friend. Okay, that could be very significant here. Some of y'all could be falling out with somebody around that Aquarius eclipse. Okay, particularly because somebody has like weird views on something, or like maybe it's a phobia or an Islam or something of that nature, but somebody, they just kind of like move weird, or like they hang around people who move weird, like they don't correct people when they say stuff like that's like not right, you know what I'm saying? Like people like that was me, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody says that, you know, it's one of those situations. So I definitely feel like you need to like trust your intuition, okay, especially if you feel like someone's like always like watching you. Okay, it says lithe and low. Okay, the cat slips soft-footedly down the old wound's ribbon pale path. Okay, so I just feel like y'all are going to get a greater understanding of like the world around you. You're going to get a greater understanding of your intuition and your gifts, and you're going to figure out new ways. This is roads opening for you. Okay, the name Phoebe is significant. Phoebe from Friends could be significant. Also gives me the good place. Okay, the good place could be significant as well. All right. Yeah, y'all could definitely be having paranormal experiences. Okay, you could also be having a hard time sleeping. Okay. Yeah. Travel is also very, very significant. Okay, here. This is y'all being really, really like independent, really intelligent, doing shit with yourself, for yourself. Okay. Genuinely doing shit with yourself and for yourself. Okay. So when it comes down to it, we have for that Virgo eclipse, okay, on March the 3rd, 2026. Okay, y'all have Lion, okay, and these came upright. Okay, so emphasis on that cat, okay, please. Okay, I also feel like, okay, Gemini placements, okay, the cat could be very, very significant. Okay, y'all's intimate lives, okay, y'all's intimate lives could also be like turning up, okay, in some type of way, but I just passed the word midwife, so I need y'all to be very judicious, okay, because this is one of them pregnancy-based times. Jupiter is still in Cancer, okay? We're having this full moon. It's just a lot going on, okay? So if you're not trying to have no babies, okay, Gemini, then that's the thing. So if I'm looking at this on its own, y'all could definitely be making like fixes around that Virgo eclipse. Y'all could be like actually getting like handyman work done, repair work done. Okay, y'all could be getting shit done like in your house. Y'all could also be having some shit fall apart in your house around that full moon in Virgo, especially if you didn't take care of it. Russia could be significant. Okay, the Czech Republic. Okay, Czechoslovakia could be significant for somebody around that Virgo eclipse. Okay, and I also feel as though your confidence and strength are going to be tested. Your confidence and strength in being able to like figure something out. This also gives me the strength card in general. So we're back to that full moon in Leo is going to start the energies of this eclipse season for y'all. Okay, I also feel as though this is about taming your emotions. Okay, this is about taming your emotions underneath that Virgo eclipse. Try not to snap on people, you know what I'm saying? But this is the idea of like standing tall. I'm hearing Stand Tall by Childish Gambino. Yeah. Okay, Libra energy. All right. Some of y'all could also be like taking tests underneath that Virgo eclipse. Y'all could be taking tests. Y'all could be studying. Okay, filling out paperwork. Okay, numbers, paperwork, studying. Tests could be very, very significant. Okay, art, architecture, sculpting could also be very, very significant for y'all. Okay, creeks could be significant. The word creek. Okay, y'all could definitely be having something happen in regards to like a car, a home. Okay, like maintenance. Okay, so just know if you can convince him to be with you, you will also learn to temper your spurious inclinations. And if circumstances demand it, you'll be able to call upon his massive strength and ferocity. So yeah, this is you recognizing your true duality, Gemini, which y'all always have that duality, but you know what I mean? This is you needing to put it into play with that full moon in Virgo. Okay, that lunar eclipse in Virgo. Okay. So this is the idea of balancing out your feelings and emotions. Okay. Balancing out your temper. And also this is about being more calculated. Like you have that, like that lion heart, you have that courage and confidence inside of you. But this is about knowing when to use it and knowing when to like remain still. So this is a lion, but it's made out of stone. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the idea of like knowing when to be stoic and knowing when to put yourself out there like that. And I feel like sometimes you've been having your wires crossed because I feel like y'all was doing just like a little bit too much. It feels like maybe during eclipse season, you recognize where you've been trying to show off at. Okay. So yeah, this is like with that spur of the moment type of situation. Okay. This is you not really just doing shit. Okay. That full moon in Virgo is teaching you how to not just go after shit just because somebody is like baiting you. Okay. Or just because like, you know, oh yeah, this is spur of the moment, let me just go and run it. No, okay. That full moon in Virgo is going to give you some more balance in regards to that. Okay. If circumstances demand it, you'll be able to call upon his massive strength and ferocity. Okay. So yeah, this is you knowing when to let the lion out. Okay. But he's not your pet. Okay, his noble heart exists to protect the abused and misused, and he abhors the cruelty of self-serving authority. So, self-serving authority, didn't I say that you might have like a teacher, a professor, a guru, or something like that that's going, you're going to have a fallout or some sort of drama or foolishness that comes up with this person or this teacher, okay, this authority figure, okay, around that Virgo eclipse, okay, which makes perfect sense, okay, when it comes down to like work, okay, it could literally have to do with someone that you work with, okay, but whatever the case may be, y'all are going to go through some sort of heart chakra opening where really it's like the protection of your heart chakra, okay, yeah, this is you tempering and balancing your emotions out and understanding that like it's not like a game, you know, not everything is a game, you know what I'm saying? His noble heart exists to protect the abused and misused. You could definitely be standing up for somebody. Okay, you could definitely be standing up for somebody against some sort of like magician in reverse type of figure, okay, underneath that Virgo eclipse, okay? He abhors the cruelty of self-serving authority. You may be falling out with some sort of self-serving authority. This could be you, but I don't think that it is. This feels like somebody else, okay? And somebody is just doing shit for their own. Someone could be forging documents, okay, or messing with documents, okay? Somebody could be like tweaking shit, especially if someone's working, we said that in the medical field. This have to do with like tools, like using the wrong tools, okay, or something of that nature, okay? I don't know, okay? But this is, the Virgo eclipse has y'all maturing, okay, and taming your youthful inclinations that once led you to waste your power, okay? Like y'all were doing magic for stupid shit. Y'all were manifesting the wrong thing. Y'all could have been manifesting like trying to manifest a partner back or whatever the case may be. Y'all were manifesting the wrong thing, okay? And that Virgo eclipse is like, all right. Which is also why that Aquarius eclipse is like, okay, there's different ways to go about this. And that Virgo eclipse is like, all right, now how do we put that into action? Okay, so yeah, this is about y'all feeling noble in the heart. Y'all could definitely feel called to action for like a cause of justice, okay, or standing up for somebody underneath that Virgo eclipse, okay, and that Aquarius eclipse is pushing that as well, okay. Yeah, this is about you feeling protected, knowing how to protect yourself, standing up for yourself, you know what I'm saying? And understanding that there might be certain people who are taking your kindness for granted, okay. Yeah, there might be something having to do with like the abused and oppressed people, okay. This could have to do with abused and oppressed peoples, okay. And I definitely feel like for you, Gemini, you may be taking a stand about that. It could be you posting about certain things, okay. Gotta be careful on YouTube because you know they be trying to, you know, but this could be y'all protesting certain things, okay, posting about certain things, taking a stand, correcting somebody when they say certain shit, okay. It could definitely be all of that, okay. So when it comes down to it, I'm gonna pull a card of advice, okay. I'm gonna pull a card of advice for y'all, okay. Also be careful with how much it is that you are like smoking, okay. Be careful with how much it is that you are like smoking, okay, or partaking in certain things, okay. Just because, you know. So let me see what's going on. The overall advice, trickster, okay. The overall advice here we have the trickster card, okay. So with trickster, there could literally be like some sort of like trickster energy, trickster spirit, which is why they might be telling you to take a second or pause away from like magic, okay. So it also gives me like the fool vibes, okay. So my advice to you is to stay smart. Like don't let yourself be fooled. Don't let yourself be tricked by something, okay. With that trickster energy, okay. 25 cent, okay, money magic could definitely be very, very significant, okay. Like I said, it might be needed for y'all to take a second away from some stuff like that, okay. The Republic of France, okay, could be significant, okay. But my advice to y'all with that trickster, understand that there's definitely somebody who you really don't know this person the way that you think that they do, okay. And that eclipse is going to literally bring that out of somebody, okay? So my advice to Gemini placements for this eclipse, okay? For one, before I get up off of here, thank y'all for hitting that thumbs up. Thank y'all for hitting the subscribe button to become kinfolk with your girl. Thank you for leaving a comment down below and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post new videos, and listening to One For You Freestyle. But with Trickster, okay, the Trickster is close by, whether you like it or not, okay? So there's, regardless, this Alchemist in reverse, this is that self-serving authority, the self-serving authority, okay, the teacher, the professor, the mentor, the help, whoever that is being duplicitous, okay, they are near you, okay? Understand this is somebody who either is near you in proximity, like you see this person every day, you can work with this person, you know what I'm saying? This could be a friend, whatever the case may be, whether you like it or not. Okay, he knows about your propensity for self-delusion and refuses point blank to let you indulge self-aggrandizement, okay? If you're heading in the wrong direction, he will tie your shoelaces together. And if you become arrogant, he'll show you your absurdity. He is a thorn in your flesh, an utter nuisance, and he is essential to your well-being. So yeah, y'all may definitely be like getting into it with somebody, okay? Y'all could definitely be getting into it with somebody around, just during eclipse season in general. My advice to y'all is to understand what people are and are not necessary in your life. Like, understand, like, there might be somebody who got some weird ass ways. They got weird methods of doing shit, weird ways of doing shit, you know what I'm saying? They're like tried but true, but maybe not, okay? So this is like somebody who believes that you are delusional. So make sure that you're being realistic. We don't have space for the delusion anymore, okay? We don't have space for delusion anymore. This is literally about trusting your intuition and using it, okay? So yes, my advice for Gemini placements during this eclipse season is to be careful about heading in the wrong direction. Be careful about who you're following, okay? And there could definitely, watch out for somebody playing tricks, okay? Or somebody being weird, okay? Whatever the case may be. Yeah, y'all need to find irony and humor in your actions, your opinions, and your preoccupations, okay? He garrotes your illusions with the fine wire of satire and mockery. Yeah, be careful about how you're talking, okay? Be careful about what you say. Everything is not funny. Everything is not a joke, okay? Everything is not a joke. Yeah. Shapeshifter, master of disguise. There's somebody, like, make sure you're not being shysty shady. Be judicious, but don't be shysty shady. And don't be hanging around somebody that you know is shysty shady. Someone could be a musician. Someone could be a dancer, okay? Someone could sleep a lot, all right? I don't know. Someone's just like a fucking clown, to be quite honest with you. Okay? Un payaso. Okay? Someone could be Spanish speaking. Okay? Neva the Diva from Bring It could be very, very significant. Okay? Yeah. Okay. With that being said, that is what I have for Gemini placements, okay, for this Aquarius and Virgo eclipse season. I hope that y'all have a good eclipse, okay? And the best of luck. Okay? Bye.